But let's pay attention to number 4, that water helps keep your skin looking good. So that's a big, huge reason why I love airbrush, because our airbrush foundations really, really are 90%, the different types of foundation. Some of them are a little bit more, some of them are a little bit less, but purified water, and even like purified mineral water, so water and minerals. So who doesn't love water being on your skin? Natural humectant, it's going to help it. Water, vitamin E, neem, all of the wonderful minerals and vitamins that are in the makeup that you are putting on your skin, rather than something else that is either silicone based or even just powders that will help take your natural moisture away from your skin. The very first thing that I'm going to use actually is Boost It right now. Boost It. Boost It is really, it's almost like a primer. It's an instant complexion enhancer. And what it'll do is it'll help brighten and tighten. So where do I need that? Everywhere, I think. I need it all over my whole body to, yeah, no. So I went ahead and put a little bit of Boost It in my stylus, and I am going to go around my eyes with it, places that I do need brightened and tightened, because I do tend to wake up with a little bit of mommy eyes. So good morning, good morning. Also tomorrow, Mother's Day. What are you guys planning for Mother's Day? With the Boost It, it is clear because it is a primer, kind of, you know, it is brightening and tightening, and it is a natural humectant. So I am using that in the areas that I need it the most, that I need the most hydration, that I need it mainly to brighten and tighten. So you're not going to see that yet. It's what it's doing underneath the rest of your makeup as we put that on. So I do put a little bit almost everywhere, but mainly I did pay attention to around here, my lip wrinkle up, and then around my mommy eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out. Alright, after that, I do like to drop down. We have a lot of airbrush concealers, and then eraser, XL, the Bye Bye Under Eye. All those things are amazing for helping troubled areas. I like to just drop down to a lighter shade of my foundation, a lightest shade, and use that first. I feel like that helps me a lot because it's still, I like the lighter coverage. I like to have light coverage and then build, because everything's buildable. I like to have more of the light coverage, and we do have the different foundations if you do like more of a medium coverage or a full coverage, and those are always great questions to ask your consultants, because we can help you through making those decisions. So with the lighter color, I am going to go and address this sunspot right here just a little bit, because I just want a little bit of a base to cover that up. We're going to be putting more foundation on it later. And then I'm going to go under my eye and do a swoop under that eye and a swoop under this eye. And then I'm going to angle it down a little and do a swoop and do a swoop. Mainly because your eyes are concave and mine usually are puffy, which is also cool about having something a little bit cool temperature-wise to go in underneath right here to help. I'm just barely slightly pulling back. You guys, whenever you're putting on your makeup, you just barely pull back on that trigger. Just barely, barely, to where you can feel a little bit of the temperature difference on your face, but you're not necessarily feeling wet. Because once you are actually feeling something wet, then you may be applying too much. You can see that this is already lightened up quite a bit. And I'm going to lighten up my upper lip just a little, because even though I remove the hair, I still have a dark upper lip. And I need to quit talking through that. Okay. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and mix the rest of my foundation. So whenever you order a kit, one of the really cool things is you get 2 bottles of foundation. You tell us, actually you can send me a selfie and I will help you figure out which shade is better for you. But you do get two bottles of foundation, whether you're fair, medium, warm, tan, or deep. And one has a yellow undertone and one has a pink undertone. And some people are lucky that they're just straight up one color. And I'm mainly shade 2. I use a lot more shade 2 than I use shade 3. But I use a lot of shade 2, probably about 4 drops. And then I will go ahead and put about 2 or 3 drops of shade 3. right in here. Just drop it, 2, 3, right into your stylist. And the way that you mix that is you go ahead and put your finger over the air source, okay? Barely pull back on that trigger. See it bubble? Magic. It just magically mixed all those colors for me. And then after that, you can airbrush your face. We do have a no spill cap that comes with all of our airbrush systems. I have sometimes had the bad habit of not using my no spill cap and I lose them, but they're totally pretty cheap to replace if you do lose them. So I am getting better at putting this back on, and it is really good idea for you if you're just beginning airbrushing and you're trying to get better at it, to put that no spill cap on just in case you're somebody who's a little bit tipsy. I'm pretty good at keeping my hand straight, but also been doing this for quite a while, so in case you're somebody who doesn't, no spill cap works great. I have a couple of friends that have problems with their joints because they have, you know, some health conditions that have a hard time with their hands, and this helps them tremendously. So I go ahead and I like to always just spray a little bit of it out first. I'm going to go back to where that sunspot is because it's buildable. And buildable doesn't mean that you have to put a ton of foundation all over your face to build it up. Buildable just means you can address your trouble areas first and then blend it all in, and then if you want more, you can put more on. So you guys see I have a red nose. Everything's red. So I'm going to go ahead and cover up that red nose and pay a little bit more attention there to that area. And I have a blue vein that pops out right through here. So I like to cover up that blue vein as well as a sunspot there. So now that I've pretty much addressed more of my trouble areas, I'm going to go through and put the foundation all over my whole face. And I'll go in circles all the way around. Again, because the water is one of the most natural humectants you can have for your skin that will help keep your skin hydrating. So not only are you getting the awesome coverage, you're helping your skin as well. You're helping it stay hydrated. And if you're somebody who naturally has oily skin, that is where our matte foundation will help you out a lot. That's for truly, truly oily skin. Our Silk 4-in-1 is the most popular because it works with most all skin types. I have a fan going. It is hot. Do you see my backdrop moving? Hopefully it's not making the video fuzzy by any means by doing that. But if you do truly have oily skin, the matte foundation is a huge help with that. And then if the Silk is the most popular, Silk 4-in-1, which also has a moisturizer in it, and it has a corrector in it, has an anti-aging in it, and it also has your foundation. Your Ultra is pretty much your sheer to medium coverage. I feel like I have something in my nose. I think we're good. Okay, it's your sheer to medium coverage, which I like. I like the Ultra a lot. Sometimes I mix the Silk and the Ultra together. And then matte for oily skin. And then Mystic is our fullest cover of coverage. It's the fullest of coverage. All right, my blush of choice today, and I do have pink on, is I'm going to go with Tulip. I'm going to use Tulip today with my blush. And I'm just going to put about 2 drops in there. Always pretend your stylist is your blush brush. So you're going to be moving it in the same fashion as you would a blush brush. So I like to go through here on my cheeks and just go ahead and put the blush on. Now as this marries to your skin, you're going to find out that it shows up more. It's highly, highly pigmented. Here's the cool thing. Anywhere you have skin or hair, the same pigment will work anywhere. So I'm being a little bit pink today. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that pink blush right there on my eyelids to also be some of the base part of my eyeshadow. So there that part is. I have foundation, blush, and all the cool things in eyeshadow. Okay guys, I'm actually going to also go in with a little bit of a highlighter on top, and I'm going to use Love. Love is basically it's a hydrating luminizer, but illuminator. It's a little bit flesh tone, but it also gives it just a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glow. Strobing is a big thing for the younger kids right now, and I'm not too sure I can like strobe it up, but I do like to put that extra little bit of shine and sparkle, and it helps blend in that blush line. I like to put it right here on the top of my cheekbones. So I go in with that Love. And who does not love Love? And it'll blend in with that blush line just a little bit. Makes it awesome and amazeballs. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of glow. I am a glow addict. And it's going to help brighten up a little bit more of my eyes. It can actually help clean up the line of that blush that I put on my eyeshadow a little bit, and gives me a little bit more of the sparkle. So glow is a highlighter, but it's also like a sparkly highlighter. I like to go, I know it sounds silly, but I do like to go right here, and it is ocular tested and it is safe. But you see how that just brightened up my eye a bunch. And then I use a little bit, I'm going to go right under in here. I'll use a little bit right under in there, and do you see how that cleaned up that little eyeshadow line really well? And so same thing here, right in the center of my eye. And go a little bit under here to clean up that, and I like to do just a little underneath my eyebrow line to help bring that up. And I'm noticing how much I need to clean up my eyebrows. Need to pluck them. And I'm barely pulling back, especially when you're doing your eyelids. You don't want a lot of product on your eyelids. Your eyelids definitely are the thinnest skin on your body, not on your body, but on your face. And it probably rates up there pretty high with different parts of skin on your thinnest parts of skin on your body. Okay, now that I've used my lighter colors, I'm going to move up to my darkest colors, and this is my favorite part of airbrushing ever. So root and brow, again, everything that I said that you can have skin or hair, you can use this. You can use our pigments for anything. So I'm going to go through, I mix brown and black together because right now my hair is fairly dark in some areas and it's light in some areas as well. But I used to just use straight brown, but until this fades, which it will, it's summertime. Well, it's spring, it's supposed to be spring. Oklahoma, we just like to jump straight in from summer or winter to summer. Like spring maybe might be a day or two. So anyway, it will lighten. There will be more time in the sun, especially we have so much stuff to do outside to get ready for the new house. So I will be outside a lot. Like quite frankly today, I'll take off the white shirt and be in the pink tank top and outside working. Okay, first thing I like to do with this, guys, is see how thin I am. And I like to go through and make, so it even helps with root touch-up. So if your roots are showing a little bit gray, I have to look in the mirror for a second. If your roots are showing up a little bit gray, you can get the root and brow that matches your hair color, and it'll help cover that up as well. And if there are any of you guys that are struggling, whether you're watching now or the replay, with thinning hair, and you really don't like that thinning hair to show, I need a hand emoji. Put that hand emoji up in there. Put that hand emoji in there. Again, guys, too, we are shares and likes and comments and questions will be entering you in to win a prize. And I will leave this up for 24 hours. To be able to check. Okay, and I want to do a little bit more here and in here. That way whenever I pull my hair back up later, I don't have white lines in here as well. One of the big things, you guys see this really bright blonde streak? I like to get it and at least go about 2 inches down on that, to where it doesn't look like the bright blonde is coming straight from the middle of my forehead. I do like to blend that in. One of these days I'll go ahead and use my color effects. If I can get enough votes for it, I will use the different colors and show you how you can put, you know, pink, blue, green, orange, yellow, whatever color you want in your hair. So that helped that blonde spot really not start to pick up till here, instead of having a bright blonde streak in the middle of my forehead. And now that my hair is more crazy than it was when I started, but it definitely helps that blend in a lot, because that blonde was right there smack in the middle of my forehead, and now it is blended in for sure. Make sure to come in and say hello. All right, other root and brow. It's called root and brow, so I used it for my roots, but also you can get really fast eyebrows with it. Comes with 9 stencils. I tend to use the stencil number 1 because it matches my face the best on the shape of my brow. So I go ahead and put this on and just go ahead and spray the stencil right where you are holding it. And boom, an instant eyebrow change. I do like to go ahead and get a little brush and brush the hair of my eyebrows down to flow along with that. It's natural, but it also helps frame your face. So it's a stronger, bolder eyebrow, but helps bring everything else that I put on out. It helps bring it out where you can see by putting on eyebrows. I, for the longest time, had no idea how important it was to have your eyebrows. And a lot of my eyebrow hair is gray, so it helps cover up the gray and fill in. And I have scars in there too as well. Some of them are from letting my sisters cut my hair when I was younger, and they would trim my bangs back when I had bangs, and they cut my eyebrow. So I have scars on my eyebrow. So boom, second eyebrow is there. I'm letting it dry just a little bit. I'm not pulling my finger back on the trigger. I'm going to wipe that off. That way I don't make a huge mess. I also got some really cool stuff for Mother's Day. Brent was really, so I get to organize, which we need to be cleaning and organizing and get rid of stuff. But I got extra little makeup things. There's huge makeup cases. So I don't have to, while we're at home, live out of my makeup briefcase, my airbrush briefcase that I have, that I take everything in with me. So I get to organize part of my makeup today. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and brush this a little bit, make the hair follow the line, just like that, and it helps it stay down. I have a little bit left, so I'm going to go in and use the rest of the, waste not, want not, right? My friend Terry says that all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and go through here and fill in just a little bit more with what product I have to help fill in that scalp line. I will usually just go ahead and do that until I run out. And you guys see how just a few drops goes so far, which is huge. That's huge for the investment that you put into the makeup, which is totally affordable. But if you get to have so much time before you have to replace anything, that's amazing. If just a few drops get you that far, totally amazeballs. And apparently I put a ton in here. Alright, there it goes. Now, and since I did use something really dark, I am going to go ahead and put some water in here and just spray the water out. I just have tap water in a little bottle. It's a little travel bottle because I am not right next to the sink. Just go ahead and spray that out. There we go. Basically until the water sprays clear again. So, one of the things that I said that you could win by sharing this video. Sorry, had to calm that just a little bit. One of the things that you can win by sharing this is a Wink and a Kiss Duo. So what that is basically is a lip stain and a mascara that magnet together, just like this. Just like this. So let's put some, I'm going to do eyeliner before mascara. I almost forgot. So Precision Eyeliner is, or sorry, yeah, Precision Eyeliner has a precision tip, but it's persuasive eyeliner. It's very persuasive. So I'm going to put some eyeliner on. It does go on very, very smooth. I am getting better at putting eyeliner on. Struggle is real with me and eyeliner. Sometimes I do feel more successful with a makeup brush, but this is so precise. It is so precise that I get nervous about how precise I'm being. And I'm trying not to really, I'm kind of more stabilizing my hand than I'm stretching out my eye, because I want to be better at that. I want to be better at eyeliner. I want to be. It goes on so smooth. I just want to be sure that I put it on the correct places. So I'm going to try to draw and talk at the same time. So you can go really, really fine lines with it. I'm not even touching. You can go fine or you can go thick. Or you can go fine. You can just make little bitty dots because it's just such a little bitty fine thing. I'm going to have a really pretty artsy hand right there. And then I am going to let that dry just a little bit. And once it dries, it doesn't come off. It very much doesn't come off. One of the best things to take it off is actually the black wipes, or anything like coconut oil will help too, because it does, it stays on quite a bit, just as good as our lip stains come on. So, Wink and a Kiss. I'm going to use this right here. I would love to know some Mother's Day plans, what you guys plan on doing for Mother's Day. I'm excited about my Mother's Day present from Brent. Do you see those lashes already? See that? This brush, it makes me more confident on putting mascara in different areas of my lashes, because I don't have a lot, that I wouldn't do with a bigger brush. Like, I was always scared to put mascara on lower lashes, but I'm not scared when the brush is that skinny, because I'm not as, although I still end up stabbing myself in the eye sometimes. I'm better at not stabbing myself in the eye when I have a little bitty skinny brush like this. Seeing? You seeing the difference? Is it the distraction mascara? Distracting? Distracting. Okay. Hurry up and put my face on. Also with spraying my scalp too, and the hair loss. I know that I can contribute a lot of that hair loss to genetics and health problems, thyroid, holler, because who doesn't have that, right? So the older I get, the more prominent my genetic issues are. But what I love about being able to hide my scalp with what we use it with is I know that those water, that water and the pigment is going to be hydrating and helping, and the vitamins that are in there and the minerals that are in there are going to be helping, and it's not clogging my pores. It's actually, you know, it's hiding it, but it's not clogging what hair follicles I have left, because that I do not want to do. I'm going to put Prissy on today. Usually I wear Tame, but I'm a little bit more pink today. Woo, throwing brushes. So since I have a little bit more pink on, I'm going to wear Prissy. Paradise is also a very bright pink too. I may mix those together. We'll see. I'm going to use a little test. Ooh, I put a lot on there. Hello. Heyo. Heyo. Okay. I want to kind of clean my lips off first. It goes on like a lipstick. So rub your lips together, rub it in. Here I have a mess. I'll put it in my napkin. Okay, and the magic to this, after you have it on, it goes in like on like a lipstick. It's nice and creamy. And then the magic, after you have it on, lick your lips. Lick your lips, put it together. It'll be dried. It'll be on there. And it will last you all day, guys. The importance of water, whether you're drinking it, whether it has to do with some of the stuff that you're putting on your skin, your whole body, but your face. It's very, very important to make sure you know your water consumption, whether it's absorbing this way or on your whole body the other way. Here, let me get my napkin with my lip stain on it. I'm going to show you. I'm rubbing enough that I'm making my hand red, but the eyeliner is still there. It's not coming off. Same thing. There's the napkin. It's still there with the lip stain. So it's on there. Don't get scared. It's not like a permanent tattoo. It'll come off whenever you go to clean it off. But I hope you guys learned a little bit today. Hopefully this was helpful. Sharing is caring. Make sure to like. If you ever want to make sure to follow and not miss me going live, if you just tap your screen once, it will definitely give you the option. It says make sure to follow Charity to see whenever she goes live so you can watch that. So hope you guys have a great Saturday. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Don't forget about that. And I will see you soon.